All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of ASAP in the morning, which, let's just be honest, man, it's really just unscripted undercover. What's up, Frankie? Good morning, brother.
What's going on, Jay? It's very unscripted undercover, as Jay likes to call it, but I like to call it unscripted in the morning takeover time.
Hey, all we need is Logan, and the cast is complete. Man, let's talk a couple of things. Man, Mr. Harvey gets a 60-day ban, a 60-game ban from MLB for distributing Oxycontin.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting to me, Frankie. 60 games, that's all it is? That's it? Just 60 games? For distribution? I mean, not even consumption, but distribution?
Yeah, it's really weird, Jay, because I'm pretty sure the last time we had a situation like this, somebody's ending up doing 20 years in prison because of basically killing the pitcher from I believe it was LA, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Skaggs. It was the pitcher's name was Skaggs, and he's the one that died in the hotel room from getting Oxycontin. And Harvey was a member of that team.
Exactly. So it's really weird. Like, I think that they got the 60-day suspension to maybe review it and look at it. And then if they find out more, like maybe he's going to be under investigation. And then if they find out more news to see if that was connected, maybe he's done. He's going to probably be done.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, it's going to be interesting to see, you know, how more trends follow. You know, you got somebody like, let's just take Josh Gordon for the NFL for a minute. This guy gets banned for like a year. On the third time, I guess maybe it was the third strike for marijuana, whatever. It's just marijuana. Hell, most states now are actually legalizing the damn drug. And we're only giving this guy a 60-game ban for distribution, for crying out loud. Not even just consumption, but distribution of a controlled substance.
Yeah, I mean, well, Jay, if you look at it, compare with 60 games compared to, well, now 17 games in the NFL, I mean, it kind of equals it out. But for distribution of Oxycontin, I agree. It shouldn't be 60 games for one. It should be the rest of the year of this season, and maybe even sometime next year, because this is something really major. All right, we had a pitcher that passed away due to this situation with Oxycodone. And I'm pretty sure it was like, I think 3 years ago or something like that, 4 years ago, he passed away. And he's just now getting involved with this, with distribution. So like I said, if, he gets under investigation throughout this 60-day period, or 60-game period, they're going to find something on this guy. And if they find something, he's going to be done. So that's why I think they should give him the full year length, plus maybe more time next year, just to get this underway, like get this investigation going, because he's got to be in the middle of this situation.
Right. Again, man, I just, it's like you said, it's surprising to me that honestly Harvey is not in prison. I don't know. I really don't know. And I don't know if criminal charges are going to come in his near future. I guess not, because I guess if it was, it would have already happened, correct? Don't you think?
I mean, it probably would have, and I'm pretty sure like that's why they quickly gave him a 60-game suspension. Maybe they're gonna inform law enforcement or higher ups, FBI's or something like that. Probably hire a PI. For those of you who don't know, PI is private investigation or a private investigator to look into this matter. Because like I said, Jay, this is a huge and a serious matter. Like if you have the team doctor that went to prison for 20 years. And he went through court and everything like that because let's not forget he was also under investigation. He was suspended as well from team activities. So
Right.
so this guy he's suspended right now. They're gonna investigate. I know the MLB is gonna investigate it. They're gonna hire somebody to look into it. And if they find out more of this in the situation, he's probably no doubt about it. He's gonna do some jail time.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. You know what you're saying, and to me, it's going to be. I guess it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of this kind of plays out. Like I said, it's early in the process. He just got to the 60-game ban, and we're going to have to wait and see. You know, kind of where it goes from here in terms of anything else happening. And Joel Hyman says Harvey was trouble since he came up with the Mets. 60 games is way too little of a punishment. And again. You know, I kind of understand what Frankie's saying. If you compare it to the NFL schedule, it kind of balances out. I get that. But in my opinion, for distribution, I mean, we're not even talking consumption. We're talking about distribution.
Yeah.
It's like an insider drug dealer in the professional world. I don't think we're talking games banned. I think we're talking lifetime ban.
Yeah, we're talking lifetime ban.
I swear to God, I think that's what we're talking.
We're talking jail time of like those what do you call it? Those drug dealers that basically distribute marijuana or cocaine from other places like Colombia and stuff like that. When they get caught, they do hard time, max jail time. So if if it goes out serious, he's gonna be doing more than 20 years, no doubt about it. I mean, I believe the other guy's doing like 20 to life because he killed them, but this guy's distributing. And this basically sums up that he's bringing the oxycodone into the MLB, quietly. The other guy knew about it. He's like, well, hey, you got oxycodone? I got players that need it. Let me get some. And, it's just all a mess, and it's insane.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And, since we're kind of, I guess, in the baseball topics, we're going to get to the NBA. That's obviously the main focus, too. But since we're on the baseball thing or subject matter, let's talk about your Yankees. Sandro Arroyo says, let's go, Yankees, keep it going. I didn't see who won that game. I'm assuming the Yankees, and I think, Frankie, you did tell me the Yankees won last night.
Yeah, we won in a close one. It wasn't real pretty, Jay, but a win is a win. I take any type of win. But I do have a topic that I want to bring up on Saturdays Unscripted. I'll talk to you after the show because this is obviously ASAP in the morning, aka Unscripted Takeover in the morning. But on Saturday I want to bring up a topic about our closer, Aroldis Chapman. But I'll get to
absolutely, man.
I'll get to you.
Yeah, if you want to talk about it on Saturday, we will, man. That's what we do, baby. So yeah, give it me, and we'll definitely get, or actually, just put it in the document. We'll go from there. Just put it in the Word doc.
Yeah. But yeah, the Yankees won. We got a close one, 5-4. It wasn't pretty, but I want a better game against the Orioles. I mean, we scored over almost 30 runs against the White Sox series, and that was a 4-game series. And already with the Orioles, we're already at I believe it was a 13 or 12 12 run within 2 days. So I want to see more. I want to see more offense on the Yankees. I just feel like they know that it's the Baltimore Orioles. And they just want to slow it down their pace a little bit and not rush themselves. They know they can score runs. They know that they can get home runs and play good defense. But I want to see more runs. I don't want these close games. I want to get not blowouts, but comfortable leads. Like I want to get at least a 9-4 instead of a 5-4 game. I don't want to sit at the TV.
Especially over the Orioles. And look, because honestly, just like the Astros, we obviously won dominantly over, and I forget who the hell we were playing. The Red Sox. Yeah, we 13-3. The Astros just dominated, no doubt. And really, when it comes to teams, not the Red Sox. I mean, right now they're just dog poo-poo, like you said. Let's just be honest what it is. And so for teams like the Red Sox or the Orioles or even the A's, and then you got a team like the Yankees, the Toronto Blue Jays, the Astros, and now obviously the Angels, with the way the Angels are playing, we should be dominating these teams. These should be our easy wins. But let's be honest, this is baseball. sometimes you can get lucky and get a good hit over the fence, or maybe get a good pitch. So it's not to say that the Orioles can't beat the Yankees on a given night, or vice versa. It just depends on the situation. I mean, because baseball is just kind of like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is like that, and that's why. And you know what, Jay? That's why we love the sport of baseball, because you never know when a team that is so trash and you expect them to be so trash like the Orioles to come out and win a game. I'm not gonna lie. Our last lost series, we're on an 8-game series winning streak. The last team to beat us in a series was the Orioles. They beat us 2-3. So this is kind of like a little redemption to where the Yankees have to open their eyes. And I'm not gonna sit here and say that the Yankees can always beat the Orioles, because that's literally the one trashiest team that can surprisingly beat the Yankees a lot of times. We only beat them. We only lost to them 8 times last year. 8 times, Jay. The Orioles. Like that's not good. That don't help us win a division, or at least get into a good playoff spot. And I'm pretty sure that's why Tampa Bay ended up in first place last year, because we were the same win-loss column last year. But the reason they were in first place because they won more games against the Orioles than we did. We lost 8, they lost 3. So that's the reason why they ended up in first place. So we need these wins, and the Yankees know we need these wins, especially against these low-ranked teams like the Orioles and like the Red Sox and stuff like that. Can't be letting these guys get wins.
And that's the thing. In all honesty, I mean, here's a good, perspective is the Angels, who were tied with Houston, they actually got beat last night, Frankie.
Did they? Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I just saw it. I actually thought the Angels had won, but no, the Rangers, who are damn near in last, the Rangers beat the Angels 10-5.
So that means
10-5.
And it's funny because early on in the day yesterday, I have wrote Jay. Me and Jay are back and forth on baseball. Like, me and Jay, we're diehard football fans, but when baseball comes around before football, we're back and forth. Me and him, we're writing each other. Even if it's a good thing, like, hey, your team is kicking ass, my team's kicking ass, like, or we're talking trash to each other. We're always connected, me and Jay, on baseball. And I told Jay that yesterday. I'm like, Jay, the Houston Astros are kicking the Red Sox ass. He's like, yes, sir, let's get it. But then I write him after, and I'm like, the Angels are also winning, Jay, because right now, Jay's a little upset with the Angels, because it's like when the Astros win, the Angels win. When the Astros lose, the Angels lose.
No, it has been. It's been like that. It's like we can't separate from this damn team.
But now that they lost yesterday, Jay's feeling a little bit comfortable because he's got that half-game lead over the Angels, and he's just like, man, we can keep it up.
Hey, Frankie, I'll take the half game over the dash any day of the week, man. I'm just saying.
I would too.
I'll take it.
Let's
move on. History was made the other day, and let me pull it up because I had it, and then it kind of history was made. Who was it? Evaldi is the third pitcher to ever allow 5 home runs in 1 inning.
Wow. So
Boston Red Sox starter Nathan Evaldi was the third pitcher to ever allow 5 homers in 1. And Frankie, who do you think did that to him?
The Astros.
Damn right, baby. I just want my credit. That's all.
I'm gonna give it to you because for one, I need you guys to beat the Red Sox. I hate the Red Sox. As much as I'm a Patriot fan, when it comes to baseball, I hate the Red Sox. I hate them, but they're so low and beneath the Yankees to where every loss that they get is just a smile to my face. So when I looked at that score and it was in the top of the third and the Astros were up by like 7-1 or something, I'm like, what is going on? So I could see that. I could see why they were hitting home runs. But for Nathan Evaldi to give up 5 home runs that early, you never see Nathan pitch like that or give up 5 home runs so quickly. I'm actually questioning myself, did they take him out at early in that game?
Yeah, and that's actually what I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I'd have to read into it. They took him out. I don't think he goes beyond the 5th. Yeah, it says, matter of fact, it was reliever Tyler Danish that was called upon by Cora to finish the inning. So, yeah, they did relieve him. It was Tyler Danish. correspondent like I've had enough. Hey, you're done for the day, Bubba. Just go on ahead and take it to the showers. We'll live to fight another day. And that's the thing, though, right, Frank? Hey, the difference is –
I'm sorry. He pitched 1.2 innings, Jay. He didn't even last 3 innings, Jay.
No. Bro, when you're getting crushed 5 home runs, you're not going to – yeah. And obviously the Astros jumped on him right at the start. I mean, and here's the thing, Frankie. This is what makes baseball so much different than any other sport is because, you know, you could take a pitcher out and change the momentum, right? I mean, honestly, as long as your offense – I guess what I'm saying is, like, in basketball – If the Warriors get, or not the Warriors, I'm going to use them. If Phoenix gets blown out by 20 in the first half and they lose that game, I can come back the next day. Hey, I can come back the next day. I know you're laughing over there. This is funny. Hey, no offense, Jay Ness, man, but I don't mean to use your team as a punching bag. But let's just be honest. I'm going to use them as a punching bag. You could put in another pitcher and be okay because that momentum can stop because now you got a new pitcher at the wheel come the next game. And so I don't think the momentum carries from game to game in baseball like it does in basketball. Would you agree?
Yeah, totally.
In those terms, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Because you can change it. I mean, the next pitcher comes in, he's fully confident and ready to go. And he thinks he can beat you regardless of what the pitcher did before. And all you need is a little bit of offense, and you're winning the game. And unlike basketball, where you got those same 5 guys, they got to go out there and continue to compete, maybe throw a bench player here and there. But it's easier to ride that momentum coming off or to let momentum get ahead of you if you're getting blown out in basketball than it is, let's say, baseball.
Exactly.
But, yeah, man, hey, I'm sorry the Astros had to do that to you, buddy. But
I love it.
For us, coming into the next game, the games going forward, especially we got the Angels, not too far down the schedule, and we got to go play Anaheim, LA. I'm loving the momentum right now, and I hope that, and I know the Astros will love it, and it's gonna be. I think we're gonna see big dividends going forward, Frank.
Well, the way it's looking for your division, Jay, it's looking like either it really won't matter to. Obviously it won't matter to me, but I feel like it won't matter if who wins that division. It looks like the A's or the Astros and the Los Angeles Angels are going to end up. One of them are going to be in the division spot. One of them are going to be in a wild card spot. That's what it looks like to me. Because if you guys are neck to neck, it's going to be intense the whole year. Like, and I agree with you. You guys need to get a good, comfortable lead on them, like we do. We have a 5-game lead over Tampa right now. That's something you guys need. But, hey, you guys are half a game up. It's one step at a time right now. Every time I look at it, Jay, when you're tied with somebody for the lead, it's basically like, okay, I'm not even going to look at the record. We're tied, so I'm going to look at it as a fresh start in the season. It's 0-0 record right now. That's how I always look at it.
And, here's something interesting that I've seen in a couple of posts, that the Washington Nationals could be compelled to deal Juan Soto. Now, my first thought process is whoever lands Juan Soto, because he's 23, so he's super young, and he's obviously a superstar. I can see maybe them wanting to get rid of Juan because maybe the Nationals they're not playing too well, and maybe they want to go to rebuild mode, try to get some picks, try to just rebuild the team and so forth, and maybe they feel like they can do that best with letting go of Juan Soto. And if that does happen this summer, if Juan Soto's available this summer, who do you think would be the prime candidate to snag him up? Because he's going to want money, so it's going to be expensive. But man, what a hell of a good player to pick up.
Yeah. I mean, let's be realistic here. The Washington Nationals haven't been good since they won the World Series back in 2019, right? And I don't know what that was, because it's really weird to me that they win a World Series a year after they get rid of one of their best hitters in Bryce Harper. They win the next year right after, and then right after that, they start going back to what they were downhill, what we expected them to be when they lost Bryce Harper.
Right.
But if they get rid of Soto, we can look at the Washington Nationals basically like the Cincinnati Reds. So if they get rid of him, the team that I honestly can see him going to, I'm just gonna throw this out there. I could see him with like Chicago Cubs, right? I could see him with maybe the Cincinnati Reds, a team that is desirable to get a pitcher, especially the Cincinnati Reds, right? They definitely need a starting pitcher, or at least a great pitcher, to at least start off in the right turn for the Cincinnati Reds. And yeah, it sucks. You know, as a player, as a person, you don't want to go to a team that isn't championship material yet, but at the same time, you want to make that money. You're young. You haven't even hit your prime yet. You're just starting your career. Make your money right now. While you're making your money, give your thoughts in there. You know, you're part of the Cincinnati Reds. Give your thoughts in the front office. Like, hey, this is who I think we should go after. This is who I think I should throw my ball to as a catcher. I feel like he has a better position at this way. Like throw yourself in there in the ranks. Like get you. I feel like you do that. It makes yourself not only a valuable leader of the team, but it also shows that you're there to be a winner and not just there to collect money. But you're young. It's just me. I would want to collect money right now if I was to go to a shitty team. Sorry for using my language. But if I was to be on a shitty team, I'll just be there to collect my money and then put my 2 cents into it. Like, all right, this is what we need to do to become a new championship winning team at least.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I'm really kind of interested right now because, if you look at baseball as a whole, or the league as a whole, in terms of the standings and things of that nature, you guys are number one in the league right now, man. No doubt about it. Yankees are number one. And y'all are, man. And then you got Dodgers right there behind you. Matter of fact, 3 games. You got a 3-game cushion over the Dodgers right now. They're number 2 in the league. But then here's your boy, the Astros, right there at number 3, and we're 4 games behind you. So I'm really kind of curious. Now, obviously, we're very, very much in the infancy of this season. But, man, I really kind of wonder where exactly, these standings will look like come at the All-Star break. Or even at, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really kind of curious to see, will the Yankees – either even advance their lead, stay the same, or will we have a new league leader at the All-Star break? So it's going to be interesting. Like I said, we're at the infancy right now, but certainly the Yankees have good momentum on their side, and we're going to have to wait and see. But man, I'll tell you, it's looking pretty good. It's looking good for the Yankees, man. But we'll see. Like Frankie, what do you think? You think you guys are going to be there at the top come All-Star break?
Oh man. The way if we keep playing the way we do, and you know what, I'm not gonna be cocky now, but Jay, we have the best pitching. We have one of the best pitching, and it's real funny because early before the season, or even like literally game 1, and this is why I say me and Jay go back and forth. Jay's coming at me like, you guys are not gonna be good. You guys have a horrible pitching rotation. I'm like, Jay, are you kidding me right now? Like, you're a Houston Astros fan, Jay. How are you going to tell me about my team's pitching, right? So then a couple games go by.
When I first came at you was at the very beginning of the season.
Yeah.
What I was trying to say to you was historically, pitching, and you guys hadn't really upgraded all that much on your pitching staff. And historically, pitching has been your issue. Now, this year, I don't know what has gotten into your pitching staff outside of Cole, but you guys are doing well, and this pitching staff is performing.
We have Nestor Cortez, who's having an absolutely amazing season, to where reporters are basically saying Nestor Cortez they're already putting him in the All-Star conversation, which is surprising because it's still early in the season. We're not even near All-Star yet. So
no, we're just under 40 games right now in.
Exactly. So for the reporters and everybody to already mention Nestor Cortez's name in the All-Star, that's telling me he's having a phenomenal season. Garrett Cole had a very tough start into the season, but he got over the hump. He got himself fixed. Now he's playing better as we expected him to be. We're playing Garrett Cole ball. Luis Severino is the only one that is having an okay season, Jay. I wouldn't say great. I wouldn't say good, but I would say okay. he loses games. He loses a couple games. I think he's like, I believe he's 2-2 on the year already. But those games, you know, he focused up. He turned it around, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know if Luis Severino still, he came back from a real season-ending injury from last year.
Right.
So, maybe he's just about to get over the hump or whatever. I don't know. But other than Luis Severino, everybody else, Jordan Montgomery, Nestor Cortez, Chad Green, they're all playing great ball right now. And I love it. I hope they can keep it up. And I do, Jay, to answer your question earlier, I do think the Yankees can hold on and stay on top of the league come All-Star break if we keep playing the way we do.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I'm going to switch up a little bit. We're going to switch over to the NBA real quick. As you know, last night we had the draft lottery go down, and now we know who's picking first all the way to who's picking 14th. And Orlando, who had a 14% chance, actually snagged the number one spot, followed by the Thunder, the Rockets, the Kings, Pistons, Pacers, Trailblazers are at 7. Pelicans are at number 8. And I'm telling you, you already know where the Pelicans are this postseason, and they got the number 8 pick in the lottery and possibly Zion next year. I'm telling you, Frankie, this Pelicans team could be pretty nasty depending on how well they draft in this lottery.
Yeah, we said it since last year. I mean, they didn't have Zion Williamson last year, and yet they still make the playoffs and they still look great. I honestly think that the Pelicans are going to be, a team to deal with because
man,
they played great in the play-in tournaments.
Yeah, they did.
Like,
they really did. And they weren't going up against an easy team either.
Yeah, didn't they eliminate the Clippers?
They did.
Yeah, so
but and so then so now you see where the Pelicans are. Then we follow it up with the Spurs, the Wizards, the Knicks, and then Oklahoma City Thunder gets another pick in the top 14. So they got picks. Hey, so Oklahoma City Thunder got picks 2 and 12. Oklahoma City could really put themselves in a good spot, depending on who they draft and who's available.
Yeah, but is that pick could have been another team, but they probably gave up a player for a draft pick, so that's probably why they got.
Yeah, Oklahoma City got that pick from the Clippers.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, they got that pick from the Clippers, and then to round it out, you got the Hornets at 13 and the Cavaliers at 14. But like I said, I think the biggest winners, depending on how well they draft, could be the damn Thunder. I mean, when you got 2 picks, it's a pretty good draft class, so they really have a chance to really get their franchise going in the right direction. When you got 2 lottery picks, you're looking pretty damn good. Houston's got the number 3 lottery pick. I'm going to be kind of curious as to see who they draft to team up with Green, last year's lottery pick. So,
Jay, can I throw out this breaking news that just came in?
Yeah, no. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
I don't mean to come off topic, but this is an NFL topic. James Bradbury, recently released from the New York Giants, have just been picked up and signed onto a team. He has signed a 1-year, $10 million deal with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Wow. Eagles are just continuing to bolster that team, aren't they?
They are. Not only are they're solid on offense, but grabbing James Bradbury to the defense.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. I'm not looking forward to playing the Eagles this year, man. As a Cowboys fan, I know it's going to be tough. They're going to be extremely tough, especially with the addition of Brown on offense, and then of course getting Davis out of the draft. Man, it's going to be tough. NFC East, man. I'm telling you, hey, watch out, man. I think eventually this division will get its respect back if they continue to draft and bring in the players that they're bringing in. I think the NFC East is going to rise back up, and we're going to see some really good rivalries rebirthed. So anyway, we are going to go and switch over to the topic at hand because we're about halfway through where I wanted to be, and we're going to talk some basketball. So obviously, the Heat won last night, 118-107. the Celtics tried to make a comeback in the fourth. They just couldn't get it done. My question, I got a couple of questions for you, Frankie. Because I've been sitting there saying my damn self that Butler's a number 2 and that Miami Heat are full of number 2s. But, Jimmy Butler's put up like 40-plus games in the playoffs. At what point maybe are we overlooking Jimmy Butler, Frankie?
Well, for one, I've always liked Jimmy Butler. I liked him when he was with Chicago. I liked him when he was in Philly. Jimmy Butler is an outstanding basketball player, no doubt about it. So him putting up those numbers, you expect that. I apologize. I went up against Jimmy Butler, not personally, but as a Laker fan, I went up against him in the finals. So I know what Jimmy Butler can bring to the table.
Right.
But I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, Jimmy Butler's that number 1 guy for that team. No, I'm still gonna agree with you, Jay. There were a bunch of number 2 teams. The Miami Heat got away with one last night. The Boston Celtics did not have their defensive player of the year in Marcus Smart.
That's true. They did not.
They did not have their big man in Al Horford. Like the Celtics were not full injured team, but they were injured last night. So the Heat got away with one. So it's still game 1. Congratulations to the Heat that won. Congratulations to Jimmy Butler for getting his fifth 40 points in the playoffs this year. But then again, let's look at the playoffs on who they fought or who they faced. You face the 76ers, you expect Jimmy Butler to score 40 points, at least, in that series. Without Joel Embiid halfway in that series, you expect that. I don't even know who the Heat played in the first round. That's how long ago it felt like to me. I think it was Toronto, if I'm not mistaken.
I think the Sixers played Toronto.
I don't know who the Heat played.
I'd have to go back. It's been a hot minute.
The Heat played the Hawks.
The Hawks. Yes.
They eliminated Logan's Hawks. So, yeah. So, and then the Hawks, for that one, the Hawks weren't even the Hawks from last year. I don't know what happened to the Hawks within a year. Clint Capella wasn't looking as he did last year. Trae Young being Trae Young, we expected Ice Trae to, be what he'd do, but he can't. I felt like Trae Young was a Luka Doncic in that team, but without any help. Luka Doncic was actually getting help against that Phillies or that Phoenix series. Ice Trae didn't get no help against Miami. So Miami's been getting an easy slide this playoffs. No,
they have been because the Sixers had Embiid hurt, and Harden obviously was not really showing up except the one game where he had 31. So honestly, the Heat did get a pretty easy ride going through Philly en route to Miami. And then, of course, you get to Miami, and now Miami comes in automatically with Horford out for COVID, and then you have Smart out with the mid-toe fracture or issue. It was a sprain. It was a mid-foot sprain. And here's the deal with that. Mid-foot sprains just don't heal easily. So, and let's be honest, COVID has you out at least, I think it's 7 games you got to be out, 7 to 10 games. So, or days, not games, days. So, but 7 to 10 days equates to almost half of the damn series.
Yeah, that's about like 3 games already.
Yeah, so you pretty much got Horford out half. So that means your best chance is having Smart come back. But Smart comes back even with that sprain. How effective is he going to be with that sprain? I don't think he's going to be the Marcus Smart defensive player of the year. Smart, because it's hard to come back when you're hurting. So I'm telling you, man, hey, Price says he's not worried and they're going to get it easy.
I wouldn't worry. No, I really wouldn't worry, Jay, because if you look at it, they didn't have Marcus Smart for one game against the Bucks and they won. So, I mean, I don't know what happened last night with the Celtics. Maybe they are a little bit tired because let's not forget they just had another game before that 2 days ago on Sunday against the Bucks. Like a hard-fought game where they had to fight that game to win. So compared to the Heat where they had at least a couple of days of rest. So you got a little banged up, tired Celtics compared to a well-rested Miami Heat team. And Sanders,
I get that. Absolutely.
Sanders, I'm not pulling out that they got lucky card. You guys did get lucky. If you're real, Stop being a Heat fan for a second and be an NBA fan. Be an NBA fan and open your eyes and look at it. I'm an NBA fan, and I tell you straight up, the Lakers. Jay even knows. I lost faith in the Lakers after we got out of I think it was the 7th spot of the playoff spot. Once we started losing and going down, I'm like, yeah, Jay, our season's done. I'm giving up on the Lakers. I'm waiting for baseball. Like Jay will tell you, I'm a real honest person. Like I love my Lakers, but I open my eyes as a basketball fan. And you got to do the same. You got to open your eyes as a basketball fan. If you want to go to the champion, if you want to be in the finals and you want to be a champion and you want to actually say, oh, my team is the best, then you have to sit there and you have to face the best. You have to face a full healthy Boston Celtics team. You have to face the defensive player of the year in Marcus Smart and Al Horford to get through and then finally sit and look at yourself as a legit team. Don't sit there and be like, oh, well, we're beast. We're going to win this in 5. We're going to win this in 6. Because let's be realistic. As an NBA fan, open your eyes and look. You guys had an easy way through this playoff. You had a shitty team in the Atlanta Hawks this year compared to an injured injured Joel Embiid and a typical non-basketball playing James Harden in the playoffs. All right, and now you're going in first game of the finals of the Eastern Conference Finals with no Marcus Smart and no Al Horford. Come on, you can't sit there and say that you haven't had an easy slide through the playoffs. Like you guys had
in his defense, though, I do want to say that Kyle Lowry hasn't played either. So they are out without their all-star point guard.
Jay. That's one person. They got a 6-man.
No, I get it. I just want to make sure that we are being unbiased as well. And we do have to say that not having Lowry does affect them a little bit.
But let's be realistic. They didn't really need Kyle Lowry to begin with. They made it to the finals without him. 2 years ago, he wasn't on that team, and they made it to the finals. They had the same amount. They had the same amount of players and the same people that they had 2 years ago.
So, yeah, I get it. So right now we're looking at the next game is going to be Thursday, and I tell you, man, if Horford's not there and if Smart's not there, really more Smart. But you know what I like about Horford is what Horford gives the Celtics is that edge, that spark, that energy that he has. And I think that's kind of his niche, and I think they kind of missed that a little bit. They got some of the energy back, in the fourth, but it was just a little too late. I think maybe they had Horford in there, that they probably would have had the energy in the third, coming out of the halftime. And I think maybe we're looking at a different game, and maybe the Celtics take that game. And that's why I think Horford gives you. Smart, like I said, gives you the defensive side of the ball, but he can also shoot. So they are missing their energy and their defensive toughness, So game 2, I don't think you're going to have Horford game 2, so you're not going to get that. The best they can do is get Smart back game 2. No Smart, no Horford game 2. What are we looking at? 0-2, Boston?
Sanders, yeah, they won without Smart. But when they didn't have Marcus Smart on that win against the Bucks, who stepped up? Al Horford. Right. Al Horford stepped up on that game, right? Now they don't have Al Horford. They don't have that third person to step up. Andre, they do have Tatum and Brown, and don't disrespect Al Horford like that, because when Al Horford comes back and he shits on the Miami Heat's paint guy, Bam Adebayo, because let's be realistic, Bam ain't shit. All right, Bam ain't shit.
Yeah, honestly, I think Bam is overrated. Honestly, he's not. He doesn't have a lot of size. I don't think he gets you the big toughness down low in the paint. I think Bam's overrated in my opinion, bro.
And Jay, this is what upsets me with some of the people on our ASAP group, because me and Freddie get so much heat for being Laker fans, and they're like, "Oh, typical Lakers. This is what they say. This is what they do." No, we're opening up our eyes as NBA fans. Now you got. I'm not trying to troll Sanders or Andre, but bro, you guys have to open your eyes. Open your eye. I'm not saying you guys can't defend your team. Defend your team. Go ahead. But be NBA fans for a second right now. You guys are up 1-0. Cool. Congratulations. But be a fan for a second and open your eyes. Don't you guys want to be like, we beat a Boston Celtics with the defensive player of the year in there. We beat the Boston Celtics with a big man in Al Horford. by the way, having a good playoffs. I'm not going to say great. He's having a good playoffs this year.
Right.
He's looking like the Atlanta Hawks, Al Horford. Okay, so I mean, I don't know. It's getting me a little upset that people aren't opening their eyes as true basketball fans. Like,
hey, we want to say what's up, Rio, man. It's good to have you on the show. Sandra, we love you. Andre, hey, man, we appreciate all your comments so far. And, hey, look, man, hey, and he's not a –
you're not a Heat fan, and you're
so
defending
Andre's
them?
not a Heat fan. Okay.
And you're defending them? You must be a team that lost to the Celtics then.
Hey, Frank, you leave old Andre alone. Andre, I'm curious now. Put your team in the comments. I just want to know who you're a fan of, if you don't mind, man. Put in there what you got. Rio says, Jay, can Luka shock the world? I think Luka is shocking the world. Yeah. I think Luka, can he? I think he already has.
I think he already did after eliminating the Suns and blowing them out in Game 7 in their home court.
Yeah, I mean, he already has shocked the world. And yes, can he go into Golden State? He's not going to go into State and shock it like he did in Phoenix. Golden State has experience there. That's a whole different animal, a whole different beast. It's going to take a combined 100% Dallas Mavericks, every person on board effort. And Jason Kidd's going to have a good coaching game, make the right adjustments and things of that nature to really be able to beat that Golden State squad, because they don't call it the Death Squad Part 2 for nothing. So, yeah, man, listen, it's going to take an all hands on deck. Frankie, what do you think? All hands on deck for Dallas to pull out that series?
All hands on deck. Every man to their battle station. Grab your guns, lock them arms, aim, shoot, fire, throw grenades, throw smoke bombs, do everything you got to do, because I'm going to tell you right now, if Dallas starts off the way they did with Phoenix, Golden State's going to have a good time this series.
Yeah.
They're going to have a good time because Draymond Green is going to bully the paint. You got Steph Curry, who's going to rape the three-point. You got Klay Thompson, who's probably going to play like Russell Westbrook in the beginning.
Absolutely.
But then have that one good game that everybody's going to remember and talk about, like Rob. Oh, they did it when it counted. I don't want to hear that he did it when it counted bullshit.
Man, Frank, you're just killing everybody today, man.
Man, I just want to see Klay Thompson be Klay Thompson, and he hasn't looked like Klay Thompson to me. He's been looking like Russell Westbrook in the playoffs. I don't want to hear this Klay Thompson is still Klay Thompson. No, he's not. He had that one good game. Congratulations, Klay. You had a good game that closed out the Memphis Grizzlies. Whoop-de-doo. Let's be real, though. You're not the same, brother. You're not the same. But the Mavericks, Dinwiddie, you need to be how you were, bro. You need to be how you were. Luka, I don't even have to say nothing to Luka, because Luka's just oh my God. Luka's making me into a huge fan of his.
I'm telling you, he's added to that legacy every day. Every game he just adds and adds and adds to that legacy. And like I said, you can't compare the amount of games that Jordan did to what Luka did. I mean, because there's a huge disparity right now because Luka's obviously in the infancy. But for what Luka has done, if you take the body of work that what Luka has done, he is averaging more points in the playoffs per game than what Jordan did, over 170. Again, it's not a fair comparison, but I'm just saying Luka's putting up points. He's putting up rebounds. He's putting up assists, and he's doing all the little things that a leader is supposed to do for your team. And Luka's just elevating his game, man. I don't think it's going to be too much longer, and it shouldn't be too much longer, that we start putting him in conversations with Giannis in terms of best in the league. Again, he still has to get to the finals. He's got to win a championship to really get to that Giannis level. There's still accolades that he has to reach, but his game is just on point, man. I mean, it's ridiculous. And he's so damn young. He's got a long freaking career to go. That's how crazy it is.
And it's funny, Jay, because during the Summer Olympics, right, which is literally almost a year ago, I was on the, because Luka was playing for his country in Scandinavia, I believe it is. He was playing for them, and I'm over here, Jay and Logan on Unscripted, and we were talking about it, and they're like, Luka's gonna do something with that team, and I'm like, no, they're not. Team USA all the way. Scandal who? Like, man, they're not gonna do nothing. They did. I think they ended up winning bronze medal or something, and that was all Luka. Luka carried that entire. Literally, he carried that entire country in the Olympics.
Frankie, you're going to address this because he's calling out. I don't particularly like the way he's talking about this, but I want you to address that comment.
I'm not rooting for the Celtics. Sanders makes no sense. I am a hypocrite. You know what? I am a hypocrite, Sanders, because I secretly tell you that I like you, but in real life I hate you. So I am a hypocrite. All right? But I'm not mad at Andre defending the Heat. How are you gonna sit there and talk about the Celtics and look like you're defending the Heat, but you're not even a Heat fan? Like, tell me who's your team. I want to know who's your team. And I'm not rooting for the Celtics. If you really know me, just like Jay knows me, I want the Celtics to go to the finals. I want the Celtics to go Game 7 in the finals, and I want the Celtics to lose that Game 7 in the finals, so that way I can go to a certain somebody and troll that certain somebody. So I'm not rooting for the Celtics.
I mean, truth of the matter is, I will speak on Frankie. I'm gonna speak on your behalf just for 1 second. Frankie just wants the Celtics to beat Miami because he believes that Miami is hot heat garbage, and he just wants the world to see that.
Yeah, straight fact. No, Miami is hot garbage. They're not good.
No, I'm saying, but that's why you're on the side of the Celtics, only because your disdain for Miami is so much greater.
Oh yeah, I thought Miami was going to lose against Philly, no doubt about it. But James Harden obviously didn't show up. Joel Embiid wasn't 100% as we, if he honestly was, it would have been a whole different story. But like, what else can you do when you got James Harden who's shooting trash? It gets you 2 points in the second half, and you're down by double digits, and all your big man is going to do is shoot threes to try and get you guys back into the game. Like, what else you got to do? So, the Heat are straight Heat garbage. Like I said, Bam Adebayo, he's not playing good this year. You got a 6th man of the year in Tyler Hero. When are people going to talk about him? Because if they're not talking about him, that's clearly saying to us that he's not playing pretty good as well. And he's right. A 6th man. Yeah, he's a 6th man of the year. So why is your 6th man of the year not playing really well? The only people we're talking about is Jimmy Butler. That's the only person we're talking about. So Miami Heat is hot garbage. The only reason you guys are winning right now is because Jimmy Butler is leading you guys.
And truthfully, Rio says they were beating Philly no matter what Harden is, a sack of poop in the playoffs. Here's the deal, and I firmly believe this to the day I'm done, that if Harden would have played like he played when he scored 31 and they beat the Heat that game, if that would have been a consistent Harden along with the rest of the team, we're not talking about the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Exactly.
Straight up, we're not. The only reason they're there is because, like he said, and like we all know, when it comes to playoff time, Harden is inconsistent as shit. 1 minute he's there, the next minute he's not. But if he was fully there, we're not talking about Miami in the Eastern Conference Finals. And Miami did get lucky that they went up against the Sixers because of that fact. Sander goes, imagine being a fan of a team that missed the play-in and calling a 1 seed hot garbage.
Well, you know why I could say that?
Okay.
You know why? You know why I could say that, Sanders? You really want to know why? Because I'm a champion, bro. That's why. No matter if we lose the play-in, no matter if we're not in the playoffs, you want to know something? You made it to the finals how long ago? 2 years ago? Who'd you lose to? Oh, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Don't talk until you beat my team in the finals.
Yeah, he could. Sander, don't let Frankie bully you like that.
I'm going to bully him. I'm going to respect.
Frankie, be a little nicer than Sander, man. Don't give Sander all that smoke, man. Listen, be a little nicer.
Listen, I will respect him because he's a Yankees man, but I'm going to troll you because you're over here saying that he are freaking. You're looking at he has a phenomenal team, Mr. Oh, in in my heart is telling me that the Celtics could win this in 7, but in my mind, I think the Miami Heat could win this in 6. What type of person says that? Who the hell says that, Jay? That's like me saying, that's like the Lakers versus the Rockets and me telling you, Jay, bro, I honestly feel in my brain that the Lakers are going to win this game. But Jay, on some real shit, in my heart, I think you're going to win this game. Like, what the hell? That's like Jay telling me in the ALCS, hey, Frankie, it's going to be a real good matchup. You guys, the Yankees had a great year. In my heart, it's going to tell me you guys are going to win it and go to a World Series. But in my brain, as an Astros fan, I feel like the Astros are going to win it. You will never hear Jay say some shit like that. Who?
No,
bro,
no, you don't.
Bro, come on, Sanders. And then you're worried about me? At least, as a Laker fan, I hate the Heat. I will never say some shit like that. And early on this season, I'm telling Jay we're making to the playoffs. Freaking All-Star break, I'm telling Jay, wait a couple weeks, Jay. We're gonna turn it around. I'm sorry, excuse my language. Then I finally open my eyes, and I'm like, as a basketball fan, I open my eyes and I see that we're going down and down and down, and I'm just like, all right, Jay, I'm done. I'm done, Jay. I'm waiting for baseball to come around. That's what a real fan does.
I want to address something real quick, Frankie. Rio says that these playoffs are lame as hell without Bron. I don't think so because I'm telling you right now, depending on what Dallas does to Golden State, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm amped. I'm pumped to see how Dallas can handle Golden State, especially when they just came off of Phoenix. And I'm pumped as hell to see what the Celtics can do when you don't have Horford or Smart in game 2 and how they rebound from game 1. There's a lot of excitement in this playoffs. I get it, man. You're a Bron guy. You're this, you're that, whatever. But look at basketball for what is going on right now and see what's out there and see how much better it is right now looking at these playoffs.
Well, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna address that too, Rio. I'm a huge Kobe Bryant fan. God rest his soul. I miss him. I wish you were back. Once Kobe retired, and I started watching playoffs, I'm like, man, the playoffs isn't the same without the Lakers and Kobe in it. But and I get what you're trying to say. You know, it's not the same as a LeBron. You're a LeBron fan. It's not the same. He gets some excitement into the NBA playoffs when he's in there. But you also got to look at it, man. LeBron James, his time is almost up. We're going to see a time where LeBron James isn't in the playoffs anymore. We're going to see a time where LeBron James isn't in the NBA. So you got to look at this playoffs as this is the future. You're going to see the John Morants. You're going to see the Brandon Ingrams, the Luka Doncic, the Steph Currys. You know, you're going to see all these teams in the playoffs in the future. So they're going to take over the NBA without LeBron James. So you have to get used to it.
You know, and to be honest with you, and I'm not a Lakers fan by any stretch of the imagination, but I will tell you this: I always thought that the Kobe Bryant, Pau Gasol Lakers, the Kobe Bryant Shaq Lakers, was more exciting to me to watch than any team that Bron was ever on.
Well,
I'm just being real. No. I always thought it was more exciting to watch that era. I miss the Kobe era, to be honest with you. I thought that was phenomenal.
And I do also, Jay. But you also have to look at it as when during the Kobe era, literally throughout Kobe's entire career, who was his coach?
Okay, we can go Phil Jackson, but Phil Jackson ain't on the court putting the points in the bucket either. I mean, Kobe Bryant. What I'm saying is, I always thought Kobe Bryant was a better basketball player, a better entertainer, in my opinion. I'm not saying he's better, but he was just more entertaining. Bron, for me, is kind of stale. I mean, he's a great player, generational, but his entertainmentship is just kind of stale. I thought Kobe had more pizzazz, more flair. And just the way Kobe did it, man.
Also, Jay, we got LeBron James late in his career. Like, imagine if we would have had LeBron. Imagine LeBron James not go to Miami, but instead comes to LA with Kobe, right?
I don't know though. But does a team really give you personality? I don't know. It's hard to say. I guess we're not gonna. We can't go back in time. I just don't like. To me, Bron as an entertainer, he's kind of stale. He's a stale generational guy.
Is that now or all time for you? How you feel?
It's just all time. I've never really been on LeBron. I've never really been on the on the. I don't know. I like Kobe. I like Jordan in terms of not only were they generational guys, but they just had flair and pizzazz. It was just different for me, honestly.
And you know what? Jay? And you know what, Jay? I can't argue with you because I wasn't a LeBron James early on. Also, honestly, I'm not gonna say I'm a LeBron James fan because he's on the Lakers. I wasn't happy when LeBron James came to the Lakers because I didn't want to be a fan of a team to go around and be like, or have people say, "Oh, you won a championship because of LeBron James." For one, that's not true. We won a championship because of our defense. Rajon Rondo, thank you very much. Who's going dealing with some stuff? But Rajon Rondo, and Alex Caruso and stuff, their defense was phenomenal. So that's what won us our championship in 2020. But I wasn't a huge fan of LeBron James, so I could see where you're coming from. But I also look at LeBron James as a top 3, maybe top 5 greatest of all time because of what he's done for the league and how he changed the league and stuff like that in his time.
Yeah.
So, I give LeBron his credit, but I'm also not a huge LeBron James fan as well. So I can see where you're saying.
I tell you, man, I always enjoyed, Frank, and you guys are younger, so you don't know, but, that Magic, even the Magic-led Lakers, that was a time of basketball that the whole team, not only were they just a dominant force in the league, but they just had, that meant Showtime. There's a reason why they call them Showtime. Yeah. That was a Showtime the Showtime Lakers of Magic, even into Kobe, is not the Showtime that you have now. You don't have Showtime anymore. The Lakers aren't Showtime. Mm-hmm. And that's what I miss. I miss that Lakers squads. It's just me. It's just me, man. It's just me. Who's top 5 in the NBA right now to you guys? I'll be honest. Ooh, top 5 right now?
Right now. Wow. Oh, my God. You're not even giving us time to this a topic where we'll say on a Sunday to each other no scripted hey, this is gonna be a topic for Tuesday to give us a couple days to at least think about it. But for right now, wow, I'm gonna have to say Steph Curry at number 1. Just because Steph Curry's Steph Curry, bro. Come on. Number 2,
I don't know. Hey, the way Luka's playing right now, man, you can't say that, man.
Right? And I was going to say number 2. I'm gonna have to say Luka, because Luka literally can carry this team by himself if he really wanted to, but we all know he can't. Number 3, I'm gonna have to say Ja Morant. I like Ja Morant. He plays wonderful when he's on the court. Number 4, I'm gonna have to say Giannis. And I'm not saying Giannis should be number 1, because honestly, Giannis is the greatest player in basketball today. But I'm just gonna put Giannis in number 4 because he's not really much of a shooter like the other 3 are. But if you're gonna put a big man in the top 5, you got to put Giannis up there. And number 5 is real hard because you could put a lot of people on number 5. You could put Trae Young, you could put Jimmy Butler, you could put so many people. But with number 5, and I like my big man, number 5, I'm gonna go with Jokic.
Wow, it's interesting to me, man. I gotta look at the way, look, here's the deal. Luka got off to a really, really slow start at the beginning of the regular season. I don't think he was fully in shape, and he got off to a rough start. And I think had he got off to a little bit quicker start to the season, I think he's definitely in MVP conversations. Right there with Joe and so forth. He just got out to a little bit of a slow start, and that really, I think, at the end of the day, hampered his voting. I really do. But the way he finished the season and the way he played in the regular season as a whole, and then the way he's playing now in the playoffs, and to elevate his points per game above what Jordan was doing, he has transcended. Luka has transcended, and he's doing it with a squad that that is coming into their own. And I look at what Steph Curry's done. Listen, I don't knock Steph Curry, but during the regular season, Steph Curry was in a drought. He was in a big-time drought. And Steph Curry is playing good in the playoffs, but he's nowhere near where Luka is, and he's got a hell of a 5 death squad that he's playing with.
I can't give Luka number one until I see him win a championship. Honestly, like Luka has everything.
I get that.
He has everything but that.
And if that's our criteria, is because he doesn't have a championship. Okay, I get it. So you can put, and you're justified to put Luka at number 2. I'm going to go my top 5 just the way they're playing now. I'm not going to say, their overall accomplishments because if you look at past overall accomplishments, then you do got to put Steph Curry above Luka. I get that. See, and that's why I say it's a hard conversation to have because it depends on what the criteria that we're talking about. If it's just this season, Luka. If it's career, it's Curry. So I guess I would need more clarification on what the criteria is for that top 5. And I'm just going to give it this year. I'm not going to give it career. I'm just going to give it this season. So I'm going to go this season. I got Luka 1. I got God. Just because of what Joker has done, I'm going Joker number 2. And I think Tatum is doing well, but I'm not going to give Tatum at number 3. I'm going to go Giannis at number 3. God, where do I go from there? I think I got Giannis at number 3. I'm going to put Joel Embiid at number 4 because I think Joel has really had to battle through an orbital fracture, a thumb fracture, and God knows every mild concussion. So I'm going to him. And then I'm going to round it up. I'm going to round it off with Tatum. I'm going to go with Tatum. Just because what Tatum did to Durant and the Nets, I'm going to go Tatum at number 5. But
not just Durant, but Giannis and the Bucks as well.
Yeah. He said, it's crazy Luka's winning this much with role players. I mean, it really honestly, and these role players weren't even truly role players in the regular season. It took the playoffs. They developed into the role players they are in the playoffs. Like this team is literally growing as a team in the playoffs, and they took out the best team in the entire NBA, and now they're going up against the number 2 team in the NBA. I mean, I'll tell you right now, if anybody has earned their battle respect, it's Dallas. If Dallas beats Golden State, oh my God, hands down. I mean, damn, brother, damn. I mean, where do we even put this? Because I don't even know that Golden State had to go through as much. If Dallas beats Golden State, and if they win the finals, the level of competition that they have gone through with Phoenix, Golden State, and I think it's going to be Celtics in the finals. And if they go through the Celtics, this is probably the most bona fide ring of in my opinion, of all time. Of all time.
It definitely surpasses the 20. It's definitely going to surpass the 2011 Dirk Nowitzki ring. No doubt about it.
Oh, absolutely.
No doubt about it. Because when Dirk won, he had people. He had Jason Terry and stuff like that. Like he had people. He had shooters. He had the defenders and the big men. Luka don't have nobody. Luka literally has to tell his people like, "Yo, you guys need to step it up. I can't score 30, 40 points and you guys expect us to win. Like it's not gonna happen." So I do see that, but I can't put Luka up there because like what Sanders said, Luka's needs to win some more awards. Which, by the way, he should have had won an award. He should have won MVP. Not this year, maybe last year. He should have been the MVP already. No doubt about it. He should have been. But I can't put him at number 1, not just yet.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, in my opinion, if we're going by award, again, you got to look at the criteria, man. I mean, because we're doing by career, that's a whole different top 5. If we're doing the season, well, in my opinion, that's a different top 5. And yeah, and if you're going by awards, then you got to put Joker at 1 because for the season. I mean, there's a lot of criteria. You got to put the criteria so I know how to base my top 5 because there's a top 5 for every different criteria. It just depends. That's a hard. To me, that's almost like a catch question. You really have to put more time and effort into that question than just random on the spot because there's too many variables. Luka is getting double. They're going to have to make his teammates win the game. I agree. And that's why I was saying it. When they go through Golden State, it's going to have to be all hands on deck. Not just Luka. Everybody's going to have to show up. Yeah. And then he goes on to say, Luka needs to win more awards when you put him at 1. Again, if you're talking as a career, I agree. if you're talking about the season, there's only one really true award you can get, and that's MVP. And Joker got it based on really not having role players, because that's what we kind of looked at the criteria of. So, yeah, man, I get it. I get all of what you guys are saying. It's interesting to me. Real quick, we're kind of over an hour, and so we're going to round it out. First of all, I want to say this, Frank. Two questions to round out the show. Number one question, ESPN, but if Horford, because I know that's what they're basing it on, if Horford and Smart are not available for game 2, ESPN is giving the Celtics a 25% chance to win that game. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, I agree. I think the Celtics are going to turn it around, watch film, see what they did wrong. Jason Tatum is going to step up and do what he's got to do. Jaylen Brown needs to step up and do what he needs to do. Also the inside the paint guys. I mean, Williams, came back. He looked good in Game 7 for the Bucks. Didn't look real good in Game 1 versus the Heat. So maybe he needs to, see what he did against the Bucks compared to what he did in the first game of the Heat. It all comes down to video watch and practice. But I am gonna stick with my gun. I think I give the Celtics a good percentage chance in winning Game 2.
He said, Jay, it's just what it is. You can't put a guy that hasn't won anything at 1. Okay, so I need hardware? Really? I need hardware to tell me where I'm at now, not where I was then? Really?
No.
Okay.
Now Sanders took his time off me and went to you, Jay.
Hey, listen. Hey, no, I'm just saying. Hey, look. Okay, again, is it career or is it seasonal? Is that what top 5 are we speaking on? Because you can't. That's not as. Man, I'm not gonna get worked up on that one. Definitely gonna need Finney Smith to show up again. He was a big part last series. Again, I agree, Andre. Going against Golden State, it's all hands on deck. Everybody's got to show up. You can't have off nights. You just can't. Not going up against Golden State Death Squad. You can't.
Yeah, you're not going up against Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and Monty Williams anymore. You're going up against Steve Kerr. You're going up against Stephen Curry. You're going up against a 4-time or 3-time NBA champs. So
yeah. I mean, these guys, and they got really good guys that they've added in Wiggins and Poole and Kuminga. I mean, they've got guys that they've added to go along with, the Dub Boys. So, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot to go into. It's a lot. And especially they have home court advantage. So you're going into their house for the majority of it. So you're going to have to take it in their palace. And I'm telling you what, it's 2-2. And then it's 1-1-1. So you're really going to have to bear down on that, man. So we'll see what happens. Frankie, for tonight's game, tonight we got, matter of fact, speaking of Dallas and Golden State, that is who's on tap tonight. So who do we got? I got to be honest with you because I've got to see Dallas. Look, again, I want Dallas. I love the underdogs. I would love to see Dallas win this series. But as an NBA unbiased guy, I look at the tape and I just think Golden State takes game 1. Who do you got?
Well, I'm not a person that switches. I like Golden State. They're fully ready. They're healthy. They had a long waited rest, longer than the Dallas Mavericks did. They're in Golden State, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not gonna say her government out here, because we're live on the stream, but I'm going to go with Miss Melanie McLovin. That's right, y'all. Mrs. McLovin. I'm going to go with her team, and I'm going to stick with the Dallas Mavericks, and I think the Dallas Mavericks are going to win it out this year, win it out against the Golden State Warriors this series. Just for my girl Mel, who's my big sister over there. Just for Mel.
She appreciates that. Hey, she will definitely appreciate that. And like I said, in all honesty, if Dallas wins tonight and if they win the series, hey, I'll be ecstatic. I really will. I'm not going to be mad one bit. I hope my prediction is wrong, to be honest with you. I would love to see the underdog Mavs get to the finals. To me, that would be amazing. I'm telling you, just because the storyline is so good to go through Phoenix and to go through Golden State, and now you're going to, to get there, that would be damn, brother. And you think you need LeBron to make this a good series or a good playoffs? Hell no, you don't. This is good ass basketball right now.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be real with you. I said that if Dallas won that series against Phoenix, that Golden State was gonna have an easy way into the finals. But I don't know anymore, Jay. I really don't know anymore. If Dallas can play the way they did the last two games against Phoenix, we have an interesting series on our hands. A very interesting series. And I'm gonna be real with you. If they play like that, then the Celtics and Heat game is not as interesting as we thought it was gonna be. I'm gonna be real. The Dallas Mavericks and Golden State Warriors game is more interesting now than the Miami Heat and Boston Celtics series. And that's true talk because you have a team where you don't know that can win it, that can lose it. They're not supposed to be here, but they're here against a team we all know about. We know about the Golden State Warriors. We know what they can do. This is an interesting, very interesting season, a very interesting series. And I agree. I totally agree. This is why it's happening now. No LeBron James in the playoffs. No problem. No problem. But Jay, before we go out, I do want to address that, and I want to get your thoughts on it.
Yeah.
I just got news that former Cowboys director of pro and college scouting, Larry Lancewell, has had passed away today at the age of 85. You want to give your thoughts on that?
My thoughts? Hey, he was with a great organization, and he had a hell of a long life, and an amazing guy, and he will be missed in the organization. But bro, if I make it to 85, damn, I feel like I've led a good life, and it's sad to lose him, but at the same time, I know he's in a better place. And I know he's had a long, fruitful life. And, man, that's all you can ask for. That's all you can ask for. And rest in peace, brother. And I'll see you when I see you. All right, folks. We have come to the end of the show. Sander, I know you want to see the Heat Mavs in the finals. The Mavs.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. That's unrealistic. And you call me. What a time to be alive, to quote you, Sander. What a time to be alive. All right, folks. Frankie, we are at the point we're going to do it like Unscripted always does. Final thoughts, and then we're out. You got any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Well, I do, but I just want to start by saying enjoy your game tonight, guys. Enjoy that game tonight. Don't look at it as it's going to be like a free ride for Golden State, because it's not. It could be an interesting one in the beginning. You never know. Game one tells you a lot that's going to happen in the playoffs. Especially in the series, not with Miami and the Celtics. All right, let's just be real on that one. That one's good. That one I'm not gonna give the Heat on that one just yet. I want to see the Heat beat the Celtics fully healthy with a Marcus Smart and Al Horford as well. So once they can do that, then I'll probably look at my take on the Heat differently. Maybe not. I don't know. But enjoy your basketball tonight. It's gonna be a good one. I'm glad I have off tonight. Finally, from work, I got off, so I can sit back and relax and enjoy that game. Also, enjoy your baseball. The Yankees got one more against the Orioles tonight. Hopefully, we can go for a nice, clean sweep against them and get ready for our next game, because the Yankees have no days off until the beginning of June. One thing I do want to address is the XFL. For all of you who are XFL fans, Vince McMahon previously owned it. It is now owned by The Rock and his partner, his former wife. I don't know her name, but they're teaming up with it. And there was news breaking up yesterday that they had signed a 5-year deal with ESPN and all Disney platforms. So like ABC, Fox, all Disney platforms will be aired for XFL in 2023.
Hell yeah, and Sander Royo Sanchez. It's all love, baby. Hey, we love you, man. You good. And again, we appreciate you being on the show and commenting, along with Andre and Mickey Delaney and John Suggs, whoever else. I mean, we appreciate it, brother. We appreciate the love. We do.
Hey, yo, Sanders, do me a favor, bro. Do me a real solid favor, bro. All right? And this is seriously, like, I need you to record yourself so I can see it. It's with all disrespect. I want you to go outside and just throw yourself at a parked car. That's how dumb you are. Thank you.
Damn, Frankie, you can't even be nice getting off the air. Damn. Frankie,
Did you see what you don't see what he said? He said Frankie GFY. You know what that means?
No, I don't. What does that mean?
He's saying Frankie, go fuck yourself.
Oh, damn. Yeah, okay. I guess if you put that out there, I guess you get the smoke. Hey, my bad. Hey, listen, I'm old. I don't get all these acronyms. Hell, I just got the LLL and the LMFAO stuff. Hey,
I can't wait, GJ. I can't wait.
Hey, I just got ROFL. I just got that. Hey, I just figured that out the other day. So, hey, it is what it is, man. Hey, listen, man, we appreciate you guys. Hey, Astros, we got the Red Sox. Yankees, you guys got the Orioles. Angels got the Rangers. God, if only the Astros can win and the Angels can lose, we will then go to 2 games and then we can get some really good separation, I hope. So you got baseball tonight, you got basketball tonight, lots of good stuff out there. And hey, man, until next time, man, we appreciate you guys.
Hold on, Jay. Jay,
what's that? Yeah,
I'm gonna take this time, since it's only me and you. I'm gonna take this time to get us out there, guys. Tune in Thursday on Unscripted at 7 p.m. Eastern time. If you guys didn't catch our show last night with Jay and Logan, it was one hell of a show. We debuted our new intro. Fantastic. Thank you to Matthew for that one. I got with him. He helped us out with that. It was fantastic. Catch us on Thursday. You're going to have one hell of a show. And then Saturday, guys, Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Unscripted, your boy Frankie C will take over controls and produce the show. Because Jay had some hiccup, and me and Jay got a little bet. So I'm going to show Jay wrong, and your boy's going to be producing Saturday's show. We're going to have a fantastic week for you guys and all sports. On Saturday on Unscripted, I'm going to get with the boys because I want to do something new. I'm going to get with the boys, and I want to do something where I want the fans, you guys that watch us, I want you guys to ask us hard, solid questions. We're going to have some topics for you guys, but I want you guys to ask us some topics yourself. If you guys want us to answer some questions that you guys haven't heard of or anything like that, get on our comments, comment what you guys want us to answer. I want something out of you guys. You know, like we give you guys our topics and what we think on sports. It's time that we get what you guys think. Don't be scared to also want to come on Unscripted. We welcome all and everyone except for Sanders. Sanders, you're not welcome. If I'm there, you're not welcome, Sanders. I'm joking. You can come on if you want, if you're ready for the smoke.
You know, hey, Sander, I'm not opposed to you come back on the show on Saturday and I would like to see a good little Sander Royo Sanchez and Frankie the Yankee go at it in a battle royale of topics. I'm not opposed to that. I'm really not. I think that would be fanatical. Something to think about, Sander. If you want to do it, drop me a DM. I'll get you the link for Saturday's show. We'll see what we can work out or a future show. Hey, it's your boy, Jay McLovin, along with Frankie the Yankee. And, man, we will see you next time. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget, Unscripted, Tuesdays, Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern time, and Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern time on the ASAP network. And we will catch you guys on the flip. Go check out the Unscripted Facebook page and give us a like. And we appreciate it, man. Until next time, man. It's ASAP in the morning on ASAP, and we are out of here.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace up the field, so tie the laces.